Okay, so last time we created and assigned uh, our sales org, sales areas, assign sales office to sales area. Let's see this, and then we'll move ahead. Uh, PUBG. PUBG is assigned with distribution channel, which is Sharjah distribution, and we have division for aluminum and bricks, and sales office is also distribution channel, which is sales office in Sharjah. Assign sales group to sales office. Okay. PUBG, POPs. This is Sharjah sales office, and we have sales group, which is aluminum and bricks. Okay, fair enough. Now, sales organization, let's integrate distribution channel, sales org, and plant. So our is PUBG. So we don't have it. So new entries, PUBG distribution channel is PS, which is Sharjah distribution, because our city is distribution channel. Okay, we have given G. Okay, sales org is PUBG. Distribution is our city is same as distribution, and we have integrated plant as well. Okay, and okay, we don't have business area. Business areas are usually used to integrate some areas in finance, some areas in sales, MM, because business areas, again, vertical, your business niche. Okay, so we haven't defined business areas, but we can do that. Okay, materials management, assign purchase org to company code. Let's see what we have done with PUBG. PUBG company code is G, save, and okay, we have done this. Assign purchase organization to plant. Position. PUBG. PUBG. Okay. So purchase organization is integrated with plant because this purchase organization will also make purchases for this plant, and it will also make purchases for company code. Okay. So a company code physically can be in a different address, and plant can be at a different address. Okay. Standard purchasing organization will be one. So that is PUBG. Okay. So there can be multiple purchase organizations, but when there are multiple purchase organizations due to nature of material, if there is segmentation in types of materials, and based on that we have purchase organizations, then we need to have a centralized or a standard purchase organization. Or if there are purchase organizations different and segmented due to locations, then we'll have to have a standard purchase organization. So that's a procedure. Okay. Next is that we have done assignment. Next actually comes is we will go back to our enterprise structure later on, because we have to assign some more elements. But before that, let's actually look at basic settings for material master in logistics general. Okay. Configuring material master, maintain user settings. No, we don't need this. Field selection. Okay, basic settings, make global settings and material types. Let's make some global settings. Okay. Now, whenever we are making, now this configuration is related to material master. Whenever we are creating a material master, we will have some settings that we have to make defaulted. Okay, by default. Status dependent, at table level, no administrative data. Now, status dependent means what is the status of your material whenever you're making. When you actually save your material, it is saved with complete or incomplete information, and based on your in that complete information, you can use that material. So it is updating at status level, not table level, but status level. This is by default. Okay. The document types that we will use. Okay. Over here, we have BVV. Okay. Now, what is BVV? Contract. So whenever we are making a material master, it will actually save a material for this under this standard document type, assuming it is for a contract. Now, contract can be a purchase order, your sales order, your production order, or any form of financial contract that binds a company to make a material or procure a material. Or you can also have um, a different document type. For example, you're building a building block, or you want to build a material for product compliance for testing. Okay. Or it can be used for batch records or any other layout document. This layout document will be for engineering. Okay. You're making a material for inbound document. For example, if um, inbound document can be an LC. Okay, if LC is being opened and you're required to build a document, build a material, then of course your business type will be document type will be inbound document. I hope I'm clear on this. Standard country is GB. That is a baseline. You can also change that. Async updating. Okay, when you're creating or uploading your material master, um, there can be many inputs, parallel level of inputs coming in on the same material type, and it can be asynchronous. It's better to have asynchronous. Asynchronous means that you're uploading multiple material. Some material information will be less and some will be more. So synchronized will actually cause it to delay the upload of material information, material master information. So asynchronous means any material getting uploaded uh, with complete data or less data will be uploaded first, and that will be asynchronous updating. Reference materials. Okay, now reference materials basically whenever you are creating a copy of a material master, these are the baseline requirements that you can copy. Just a minute. Okay, so you can actually copy these information if you have these information in the reference material master, and it will copy to the next copied material master. Okay, and over here, if we have RFC destination, this is for third-party software. RFC is remote function call. Okay, remote function call is basically integrating with your third-party software for inventory count or inventory recording purposes, and that will be capturing material data from third-party software, and it will need that address destination. Okay, catalog. Now, this is a catalog. Of course, you will be referring to a database of that material. which will communicate with SAP server. Okay. Now, those were global settings. Now let's make company code settings. And this is very important because, for example, if I go to company code of G, now PUBG year 2023 and 12 is our current period. Okay. And 2023, 12, allow back posting in the previous period, disallow back posting generally. Okay. Um, for example, why do we allow back posting in the material? Because some material will be received later, but it was invoiced in the previous month, or the material was received in the previous month, but it was never recorded in the next month, and the new month was changed, the date changed. So for that, we need to make back posting. And why do we need back posting? Because your invoice date determines the due payment date with your vendors. Your payables are affected with this because whenever you receive material based on GRN, good received note, it has the receiving date, okay, the delivery date. And that delivery date might determine your first due payment date. Your invoice that you receive with your material will have the invoice date. That will determine your payment date, like 30 days, 60 days, 15 days, whatever. Okay. Save. Save. Okay. This is very important. Okay. Material types. Very important that you maintain material types. ROH is raw material. We already created material master with this. Okay. And over here, we have some checks. These checks basically actually control how a material master is made. If you remember the screens that we used for material master. Now, this field reference, again, it points to a raw material. Material type is raw, okay? And in standard SAP, this is ROH. Our raw material is symbolized with ROH, okay? Okay, material is configurable, means material has to be integrated, like, for example, engineering machines, automated machines need to be configured with your softwares. If you have seen in engineering companies, okay, and they actually use PCI programming, that material is configurable. Okay, now material for process. Now for process, um, process manufacturing is like chemical manufacturing. Like, for example, you're making Pepsi, you're making liquids, you're making detergent, soaps. That is process industry, because process industry, you cannot um, you disassemble process. You cannot separate a chemical, a mixture of chemical in its true form. So that is process industry. Pipeline mandatory. Now, pipeline is usually followed as a practice in automotive industry, in pharma industry, where you have to run the manufacturing in a continuous manner, where the processes are aligned. For example, in pharma, uh, the mixture of the medicine has to be packed in a bottle, and the bottle has to be packed in a box, in a carton. Okay, so this all process will be aligned and run on a conveyor belt, and that is pipeline mandatory. Okay, now manufacturer part again, this material, it might be uh, an element that will be used as for manufacturing in another industry or in another process. You're making a material which is a part, a spare part for another machine. So that becomes a manufacturer part. Okay. And these are the views that you will be maintaining while creating a material master under ROH. Okay. I hope you're clear. Quantity update, that when we receive material from the vendor or from another plant or work area, the quantity will be updated by valuation area. What is valuation area? Plant. Plant is a valuation area. Value updating, how much of material was received, the valuation of that, how much was the estimated cost of that material, that will be again be updated by valuation area, which is plant. Okay. Quantity updating and value updating. Yes, we want to update the quantity and value of the material. Okay. And we will save that. Pipeline is mandatory. Pipeline is allowed. Will wherever, if it is used over conveyor belt, of course, then we'll consider pipelines. Okay. Assign material types to special create transactions. Now, what are special transactions? Let me show you what are special create transactions. Logistics, materials management, uh, material master, material, special, raw material, semi-finished good, finished good. Okay, let's see MMR1. It's almost the same, but you get to have categories which are only for raw material. Okay, our is ROH raw. Okay, we'll use this mechanical engineering, for example. It's not necessary you always take mechanical, but yes, but you can take any industry. You can also select and configure industry sector, and then you will select the views. These views are by default coming in from the material type that we have just seen in the last part in configuration. Okay, so this is how you create special create transactions. Define number range. Okay, number range for each material type, change groups. ROH raw, ROH raw. Okay, raw material has this material type 7200. Okay, 7 series, and that will be generating ROH raw. Okay, now, yes, I want to show this 7 series in 200, and that will actually give you the material number starting from 7000 200 something. Okay, so this is the numbering range that will be followed. Okay, material types done. Setting for key fields, material groups. Material groups. Now, material groups can be any. We'll create our own material group. This is pop raw. Authorization group. Now, this is authorization group is what? This authorization group is okay. Now, roles. Now, over here, role assignments, for example, this is cash manager specialist. It can handle cash transactions and it will also handle other types of transactions. Okay, like Fury and for other modules. Okay, let me check profiles, then I will explain SAP all. Now, this is authorization. Now, if I want to assign this material group to specific users, I will create authorization group and that will be attached over here. So this user can only work with this material group. Okay, that is pop group raw material. Now, raw material can also be explained further. Maybe you're buying raw material for packaging, or you're buying raw material for chemicals, or you're buying raw material for byproducts in rubber. Okay, I'm just keeping it general, generalized. Okay, material group can be different based on specifications. For example, you are creating or manufacturing Toyota Corolla metal body, outer body. So Corolla 1.6 and 1.3, the material group is Corolla, right? But being a raw material, 1.3 material group can be different from 1.6, okay? Or if Corolla 1.3 and 1.6 are of the same specifications in size, then you will not create a material group based on that. You will create a material group based on maybe um, automatic transmission and manual transmission. So material group will be uh, manual and automatic. Okay, so material groups can be different as well based on specifications of your production of your raw material. Divisions, material status, basic materials. Okay, basic material. Storage conditions. Now, this storage conditions will be for for various different segmented material. For example, frozen foods, dairy products that will require storage conditions, or hazardous, dangerous material. For that, you will need different storage condition. Okay, and you will mention that. Temperature condition, container requirements. Again, unit of measure groups. Yes, I didn't actually mention the pop. Okay, over here we had default unit of weight. I did not mention it because it can be different. It can change. Some vendors will supply in each. Some vendors will supply in cartons, in batches. So we cannot actually maintain this. It's only for very specific industry where we can maintain it. Okay, that's the reason. Define unit of measure groups. Unit of measure, inch, counter, denomination. Yes, you can maintain this unit of measure groups. Okay, if you have a certain material group that will be ordered based on unit of measure. Okay. Settings for structured material. Okay, now again,
बहुत तेज चल रहा है, स्लो स्लो कर।